Godzilla King of the Monsters was my most anticipated movie of the year. Did it live up to the hype? Let's find out. What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor, and yes, Godzilla King of the Monsters was my most anticipated movie of the summer. Obviously, Avengers Endgame was of the entire year, but this was the #1 movie I was most excited for in summer 2019. So before I give you guys my full thoughts, make sure to smash down in the comment section. Let me know, what did you think of this movie? Do you think this movie was better than a 2014 Godzilla? Did you like the action in this movie? Did you like anything about it? Whatever you guys got, make sure to comment that down below. And we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off, starting talking about the good. And for me, the #1 thing about this movie was the visuals. Visually pleasing. You were the entire time everything was on screen, you were like, my god. Especially Mothra, when she would flap her wings, it was beautiful. It looked real. The CGI was always fantastic, never really spotty. The fight scenes between Godzilla and King Ghidorah and all the other Titans was fantastic. The visuals itself were great, but when it had its action, you were like, yes, this is what I came here for. It was a lot more action than 2014's Godzilla, and when Godzilla and King Ghidorah are fighting at the end, I don't think that's a spoiler, because you watch the trailer, they basically give away the whole movie, and Godzilla, King of the Monsters, kind of himself is a spoiler, means he's the king. It's a spoiler in its name, alright? But when Godzilla and King Ghidorah, they fight at the end, it is fantastic. You're sitting there like, yep, oh yeah, that's what I paid my $12.50 for this freaking ticket. I'm here to see Godzilla smash some dragons' face through buildings and all that good stuff. Now let's move on to the bad. And as I said that I really liked the action in this movie, that when Godzilla and King Ghidorah were fighting, the camera was really shaky. It was really far away, and sometimes you were at the angle of the humans. I'm 5'10". If I'm looking 800 feet in the air at a freaking dinosaur fighting another dinosaur, or Titans fighting Titans, I'm not gonna be able to see. And several times in this movie, you're standing 5'10" with the camera, looking up at freaking Titans smashing buildings. I cannot find that more irritating. Then they would cut to a wide shot and you'd be able to see the entire city get destroyed and Godzilla and King Ghidorah is fighting. You're like, yes, give me more. Oh, back down here, 5'10". Oh, we're back at the wide shot. Like, why? Why don't we stick with that wide shot? It was so frustrating because I paid and I was so excited to see this entire movie have the action, have the action look good. And the camera was shaky, trying to make it seem like it was almost like a news guy out there like, holy moly, look at these Titans fighting. No! You're a freaking $100 million budget movie, whatever budget you guys had, to film this beautifully, film this correctly. Your trailers were supposed to look about freaking, they looked amazing! And also, how I said this movie had a lot more action than 2014's Godzilla, I still think this movie kind of lacked on the action. It's a 2 hour and 12-minute movie. I think this movie maybe had 30-35 minutes of action, which is alright. But the rest of the movie seemed very boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was yawning, almost fell asleep 2 times. I saw a 7 o'clock screening. That's not a late screening for me. I was sitting there, I was like, holy moly, like, I'm really about to pass out right now. It did what the 2014's Godzilla did. It focused a lot on the human characters, except this human character's storyline wasn't as interesting as Bryan Cranston and his family storyline. That one, 2014, the storyline was fantastic. I was emotionally invested. I really enjoyed that movie. And in this movie, their characters supposed to be having different kind of plot twists. Their choices they made were dumb. And certain characters you didn't really understand. It was very confusing what they were trying to do. They would make one decision, and then immediately after, it almost seemed like they regretted it. They would do something and be like, oh no! Like, you just did that. Did you not know you did that? It felt confusing on whose side these human characters were on. The storylines of them were just not that compelling, and there wasn't as much action as I was promised in the trailer. In the trailer, the entire thing is action, action, action. We got about 4 fight scenes in this movie. A lot of them were between Godzilla and King Ghidorah. We saw it 4 times, literally, in one movie. I need to see it once, I want to see it at the end. I want to see Godzilla start snapping other Titans next, and then get to King Ghidorah at the end. But certain times in the movie, we had 4 or 5 fight scenes with King Ghidorah. I don't think this is a spoiler. Watch the trailer. You've basically seen the whole movie. I just felt we were promised a lot more action in the trailer. So overall, for a score, I'm going to have to give Godzilla, King of the Monsters, a solid 54%, and I am 100% disappointed. I cannot explain to you how disappointed and underwhelmed I felt leaving the theater. A movie that I was so excited for. Maybe it's my own fault. I mean, I don't know why I was so excited for a Godzilla movie, but I was. And I gotta say, I left the theater very disappointed. Sorry for my rant, but what did you guys think of Godzilla, King of the Monsters? Whatever you guys got, make sure to go ahead and comment that down below. Be sure to hit that big subscribe button, because tomorrow I'm going to be ranking all 3 MonsterVerse movies from the worst to the best. That's including Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 2014's Godzilla, and 2016's Kong Skull Island. So make sure you have the subscribe button hit, because you're not going to want to miss a beat. And do me a favor and go see a movie, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!